Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shikha and I am a legal intern at Lexis & Company. I am a law student from UPS Dehradun. In today's video, we will talk about framing of issue under the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. But before starting the video, there is a small disclaimer that this video does not solicit any kind of promotion or advertisement as per the guidelines of Bar Council of India, and the only purpose for which the video is made is education purpose. In this, we will talk about framing of issue. Order 14 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 is related to the framing of issue by court in any suit. Order 14 Rule 1 states that issue arises when one party to a suit affirms a material proposition of law or fact while the other party denies the material proposition of law or fact. A plaintiff must allege material proposition in order to establish his right to sue, while the defendant must allege these material proposition to affirm his right to defense. Each material proposition, whether based on law or on fact, forms a separate issue. An issue that can be framed by the court can be of two types, which is issue of law or issue of fact. Issue of law, for example, can be related to jurisdiction of the court. For example, the court have jurisdiction to sue, to try the suit or not. Issue of fact, for example, a party A claims that he had sold his property to party B, while party B denies that a property had been sold to him. At the first hearing of the suit, the court, after hearing both the parties and its pleader, and after reading the plaint or written statement, and after necessary examination under Order 10 Rule 2, can proceed with framing the issue. In the case of Shri Nanduchari versus the chairman, the court concluded that it is required for the trial court to pose all necessary questions resulting from the material proposition of fact and law that are accepted by a party and denied by other party. In the case of Desi Kedri versus Huzurabad Cooperation Marketing Society Limited, it was held by the court that where there is no disagreement about material involvement in the plaint, it is held that the framing of the problem or the framing of the issue related to that material involvement is unnecessary. Rule 3 of the order mentions the material from which the court can frame the issues, that are: first, allegation made under oath by the parties or by any person present on his behalf or the pleader; second, the content of document presented by each party; and third, accusation made in pleading or in response to the interrogation delivered in the suit. Moreover, the court can examine the witnesses or document while framing of the issue. This is given under Rule 4 of the same order. The court can order for witnesses to be appeared in the court, while it can order for certain documents to be produced in the suit, and for this it can fix a later date and may compel the parties to produce such evidences or documents. Rule 5 states that the court have power to change or alter the existing issue, construct new issues, or to strike out or existing issue before the passing of the decree. Rule 6 says that if the parties to the suit have formed an agreement related to any question of law or related to any question of fact, and they may present this question of fact or question of law in form of issue, and the agreement states that on finding of the court in affirmative or negative, a certain party to the suit have to pay or to do or abstain other party from doing certain acts. Moreover, Rule 7 says that that the court shall pronounce the judgment if it finds that the agreement was executed by the parties in good faith, and also it shall make certain inquiries before passing the judgment. The court can try the suit and record the finding of the suit in the same manner as if the court had formed the issues, and the decree shall follow the judgment. Thank you so much. That's it for today's video. If you have any query or if you have any feedback, please write it down in the comment section below. Thank you.